That time again, guys. I've been looking forward to this all day. So cheers, everybody. Thanks very much again for tuning in for another Thank Gork It's Friday. Thankfully, Gork has turned off his sunbed and he's broken the horrible humidity and summer heat here in Japan. Thank Gork for that. Bloody hell, it's been absolutely horrendous. So cheers, Gork. I hope you got a good suntan, mate. And I hope you guys have been well. I hope you've been doing some hobby and keeping on top of things. Thanks again to Johnny Watson for another Thank Gork It's Friday. I'm looking forward to the next one, mate, the next installment. And for others who are supplying some great hobby updates like Dread Paints with his Chaos army he's doing for the Call of the Crown. And Tom over there at Dwarven Mustache and Dale at the Miniature Outlaw Painting Studios. I always get that mixed around in my head. And many more, and I'm really glad to see that sort of spurring on. And along with that, may that continue. So hopefully give you some more shout outs as you go along. You may see just the tops of these trees here on the table here. That's because I've just made a video, an introduction for my other channel, which is Swords and Sake. Yes, I'm a crazy bastard. I have 2 channels, and that mainly focuses on Test of Honor, which is my other sort of... I'm not a big skirmish guy. I'm not a big skirmish player, but I do love Test of Honor. I think it's an absolute gem of a game. And Baron's War, which is a new thing I'm getting into. I haven't played a game yet, but I'm really keen to get the starter set painted up and give it a go. So we've just reached a little milestone for my little humble channel of over 600 subscribers now. So thank you very much to any of my patrons who jumped on and subscribed in the last day or so after I notified them about that. I really appreciate it. And I'm trying to make some weekly content for that as well, something very similar to this, just sitting down, me drinking beer or whatever, and then talking about stuff I've painted. And also what I want to incorporate here as well is to paint some miniatures as I talk as well. So maybe covering things like freehand checks, painting those, or painting yellow, reds, things that might be useful for you just in a very, very small segment. So I'll do that for these in the future and also for the Swords and Sake channel as well, because that's a different kind of painting setup. It's you're doing weathering, you're doing other kind of techniques that you wouldn't do for this sort of style of painting. And I do have another channel, a third channel, which is the Temple of the East, which is confrontation and that sort of very French non-metallic metal style of painting, which I want to sort of pick up again and get the wheels rolling on that more, and then start incorporating sort of simple painting techniques for that as well, and doing updates and getting that back into motion, because they're my sort of 3 main sort of hobby passions in between the Herohammer stuff that I do for Crown of Command. So if they interest you, please check out the links below. You can find the links for those and click on those and become part of those communities and join in the fun there. So this will be the last Thank Gork It's Friday in Japan, as I'm flying out next week on Thursday. And I'll be arriving now on Friday, so I'm going to try to film an intro there on Friday at my sister's apartment, and then pre-film some stuff here so that you get your video on Friday next week. So I'm going to probably showcase a lot of David's Empire miniatures and give a big update on that, as it's been a while and we're sort of rounding up that commission this month. So I'm really excited to showcase that, and also in a battle report. Now, for battle reports, there'll be a slew of those coming. In fact, I think in Australia, all I'll be doing is editing videos, stuff I'm filming there on location in Australia with a group of guys that I'm playing 2nd edition 40k with, mostly Epic Space Marine, and hopefully one game we'll have a Fantasy 5th edition there. So I'll be busy editing those and creating those videos for you guys for the channel and for my wonderful patrons, of course. Um, and so, yeah, between now and then, I'll be just sort of fixing up anything I need to do, get stuff ready before I need to fly out, make sure I've got everything, and try to get as many 40k Orks stuff done, like back banners and things like that. I've just finished painting the prize for the Sustained Fire event in Brisbane, so I'll show a little video of that in a minute, so you can have a look at that. And that's been sent out today, so hopefully my mate Tim will get it by Friday next week, Gork willing. But thanks again, guys, for another great week. Hope you guys are doing really well. Hope you guys got some hobby done. And let's go and check out what's been happening. I haven't got it set up yet. So then I'll run and crack this open first. So let's go and check out what stuff I've been painting this week and what stuff I finished. And hope you guys enjoy it. Take care. Cheers. Okay, and this is the Sustained Fire's Lucky Door Prize this year, courtesy of Carnifex, one of our community members that I'll be meeting up on the day. And there's a Gretchin there for scale. So yeah, it's a big bugger. It's obviously scanned and everything like that and 3D printed. I just painted it in a day. So yesterday, got the airbrush out, just put down all the layers and then just went in with a brush and finish everything off. So because with time being a factor, I just don't have enough time to spend a lot of time on this one as opposed to the other two entries I did for the guys. But I think it looks nice enough to just stick on someone's shelf and as a memento. It's one of those sort of garage kits or something you had, or one of those exclusive figures you got with game consoles back in the day. I don't think they do those anymore. But I think that's what it sort of reminds me of, something you'd find at Kmart or a department store. But yeah, it needs to be put in a box and sent down to the post office so Postman Pat can deliver that by Friday next week. Okay, so this week I managed to paint up 10 Gretchin, these gorgeous little guys of Gork. Really lovely designs. And I had not painted these before, so I was really, really happy with to be able to do that. And yeah, just paint them in a sort of a non-clan uniform, really, blue, red, and black. So very much like the studio scheme. So whether they'd be goths or whatever, I think they're sort of just a mix between the two. I don't think it really matters so much for the Gretchin. So yeah, but really happy with how they turned out. Now, I've also got the DeathSkulls done as well. So there were two actual. This guy's the other one. Oh, no, not that guy. Sorry. This guy, and this guy are sort of official DeathSkull bodies, but I didn't have enough of those, so I just made them up with generic boys. So these are sort of generic Orks that can be facilitated for any clan, basically. They don't have all the DeathSkull motifs like the skull caps and everything like that, but I think they still look really nice and they fit in perfectly. So they've got an assortment of different kinds of clothing that they've sort of looted off bodies of their other boys in scraps they've had in battlefields far, far, far away. So I like doing the camo stripes and stuff on them. They look really cool, and all the checks and, putting little marks on their weapons and all of that kind of stuff. It's really fun. But I'm just so happy they're finished now and they're out of the way and they're done and on the shelf and we're ready to roll on to the next one. So I don't think I'll get any more painted before I go to Australia. But I'm really happy that these are done now. I've got my Goths done. I've got these guys done. The Gretchin. Just an additional group of boys I can add to my Bad Moon Gretchin. So that'd be cool to have there. And to increase the WAR for my Warphead Psyker as he struts his stuff across the battlefield, causing all kinds of mayhem and destruction to his opponents. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to fielding these guys now. The Gretchin are just really nicely detailed and characterful. Just nice, simple designs. And I actually banged those out in a day. So I just sat there on a Sunday, I think it was, and I just said, okay, I said to my patrons in my paint chat thing, I said, I'm gonna finish this by the end of the day. And place your bets. And I did it comfortably. So it was really nice. I'm trying to mix up my skin tones. So instead of using, I usually go for like a really dark skin tone and build them up. But this time I went for looking at Whiskey and Wizard's sort of skin tones. I really like his Orc and Goblin skin tones. So I went for more of a, I think it's called Ogre Boogie green or something like that from TT Combat. I went with that, and as like a really bright color with some angel green, I think, from Vallejo. So sort of just went for like a mid-tone to very, very bright and saturated green and yellow, and used some of the green ink from Nostalgia 88 as well, and some of the glaze from Nostalgia 94 range as well. But I think they worked out quite nicely. So yeah, just trying to get different kinds of skin tones on my orcs and improve those, sort of brighten them up a little bit. But really happy with how they turned out.